Hey guys, welcome to another video with some tips and some suggestions if you want to get yourself into really good shape, and some pitfalls and some dubious things that you can do to yourself that aren't really that healthy. I've done some of them, and in this video we'll be talking about low carb diets. Low carb diets and why they in the long run aren't that beneficial for you. For a long time I was on a high protein diet, and one thing that generally seems to happen is that when you go on a low carb diet, you try and displace it with some other type of food. In my case, and in most people, we start consuming high amounts of protein. And that really does help me, because when I did eat carbs, I would eat the wrong type of carbs and it would just make me go up and down. So by displacing it with the protein, I did actually start feeling much better. And I stayed better for a long time. But in the long run, it seems as if your drive goes down. And what actually seems to happen, and what is the case, is that your testosterone and your hormones need carbohydrates to fuel themselves. You need a high dose of really healthy fat, because all your hormones are synthesized out of cholesterol. So, as I've said in other places, get yourself a really high dose of good cholesterol from free-range pasture-ranged eggs. Not lean beef. Get yourself some really fatty beef, but from grass-fed cows. So that's a really important part of the equation, is getting yourself a good amount of fat. But you also have to complement that with very good quality, low burning carbs. And the type of carbs that I prefer and that give me really even keel throughout the day, and they help my metabolism a lot, are tubers. Tubers are sweet potatoes, beetroot, parsnip, turnip, carrots, root vegetables. Get yourself root vegetables. It's good to have the leafy greens that have got all the minerals and the vitamins that you need. That's the main part of your diet, is the green leafy vegetables. Then once again, as I've said before, really high quality protein, and have some nuts and just fruit. You know, if you're going to have fruit, have one piece of fruit a day, tops. More than that, here in England, there's a policy to have 5 portions of fruit and vegetables. A lot of people will just peg out on vegetables and have themselves just a small amount of peg out on fruit, and have a small amount of vegetables. Ideally, I would suggest that you have 5 portions of vegetables a day. Essentially the leafy greens, and then a tuber, a potato, sweet potato, something like that. Every now and again, if you do want to have a fruit, just have 1 piece of fruit a day. That's more than enough to keep you even. You don't want to go too high, because that just spikes your insulin and causes problems. If you spike your insulin, then what you start doing is that you start storing all those carbs and you start getting fat. So keep the carbs on the very low side, but keep just a small amount in, because a lot of people that get on the ketogenic diet, they start having no carbs at all. And you do feel really good when you do that, because your body starts working off of ketones. And when that happens, you do start really feeling very vibrant. But what's actually happening is that your body is starting to release large amounts of cortisol, because your body does something in a survival mechanism called gluconeogenesis. Gluconeogenesis is a very risky thing, because essentially what's happening is your body is melting away your protein, especially if you're eating a lot of protein. It gets the protein, transforms that into glucose. So your body, even if you aren't eating any carbohydrates at all, your body still produces glucose. And there's a reason for that. Because in our mitochondria, we've got a process called the Krebs cycle, which is the transformation of glucose into ATP. which is why we have creatine, because creatine helps us boost our ATP levels. And that is the main energy motor that your body uses. It's the Krebs cycle, using ATP and creatine. So even if you don't have carbs, your body, out of necessity, converts the proteins into carbs. And that generally makes you feel rather crappy, because to do that you have to release cortisol. Cortisol is a stress hormone. You don't want stress. Keep stress to a minimum. So to keep stress low, keep having carbohydrates. Slow burning carbohydrates. I'm not a great fan of oats and that type of thing, but if you don't feel that that's bad for you, oats, sweet potatoes are by far the best. Chickpeas are also okay, as are lentils. Some people can tolerate them very well. Slow burning carbs throughout the day, giving you energy to keep your hormones working well, when it's complemented with very good quality fats and cholesterol and a lot of leafy green vegetables. Try it out. Tell me how you feel. Tell me the impact that it gives in your body. It'll give you vibrancy. It'll give you focus. It'll give you what you need to get progressively better day after day, to get the health that you really, really want to achieve. Okay, guys. Thanks. Speak to you soon. Bye for now.